I don't even know like where we left off. It's been so long.
After the last Raw pay-per-view?
No, it was before that. Anyways, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to my podcast, HCW's podcast. I'm your host, HCW. And as usual, I would say usual, but we haven't been doing these often this year. I'm with TR72Pro.
Hi.
How's it going, TR?
I'm like I'm ready to skip this entire month, to be honest.
I'm
If
not.
I'm for real, I'm for real, yes.
I would say the same thing, but like my birthday's in July, so I don't
Well,
know.
mine's is too.
That's right. Yours is a day before mine, I think. I think
Exactly.
we go over this like every year and we always forget.
Yes, we do.
But no, yeah. But yeah, that's stuff. We missed a lot of shows, and I don't even know where the hell we left off. Um, I'm looking back. Okay, so we left off after back before our last show was the Backlash prediction show.
Oh my gosh. So we missed like two shows, two pay-per-views, and we missed a ton of like New Japan stuff as well, I'm sure.
We missed three pay-per-views.
Good lord.
Four if you include Takeover.
Mhm.
So let's just kind of quickly go over it. Like we,
Like I remember any of it. I really don't.
well, okay, okay. Well, they all have like their major things that pop out. Takeover Chicago was the
Yeah.
last thing we talked about, and Pete Dunne versus Tyler Bate is really, I mean, the whole show is probably the best WWE show this year. But
Yeah, it's
that or Royal Rumble, but that show was fantastic, and that match, oh my lord, oh
that's
my,
top three matches of the year for WWE for sure. Easy.
it's probably that or Styles versus Cena.
Yeah,
Yeah, top two. Yeah, it's I
that's your
can't.
top tier.
I don't know which one it is. I'd have to think, but yeah, that match was just freaking fantastic.
Hmm.
And so is that whole show. But yeah, man, that was a fantastic match. I don't know if you have anything to add.
No, yeah. I mean, like that was my main thing from that entire show. That and the end game after the main event that we
Yeah,
uh I don't know if we want to remember that at all. That was a
I
heartbreak.
I have a DIY shirt, and you know how hard it is for me to wear that.
It's so ugly because you're looking at that and then you have to remember about Ciampa's injury too.
Yeah, he just got freaking injured. Oh my
And like
god.
there was the last report I read, which is like a few days ago, said he's going to be out until early 2018. And I'm like,
Yeah,
so
it's
this is it's not good.
it's sad. It's sad. Um. So yeah, that's that. But the whole show was great, and but yeah. Anyways, then we move on. I guess the next night was Backlash, and the only thing people really are talking about is Jinder winning the title,
Yep.
and that's really all you got to talk about because the only I think really good match was Styles and Owens.
And that finish was necessary, and we'll get to that too at Money in the Bank, I guess. But that finish was,
It was it was like, oh, that's clever, but it was like,
yeah, I agree. Yeah, it was really creative, and it was
yeah,
the right way, the right move to make. Seriously, it was. But yeah, it sucks.
yeah. Um, but yeah, so that's that, and the rest of the show was really just whatever to me. I thought Nakamura for his first match, like it was a fine match, but it didn't make him look like any better.
I think that's the same thing for that kind of finish for Kevin Owens and AJ Styles too. Is that it was necessary, but it just wasn't what everybody was expecting. I guess.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
with
like with
Dolph
not.
Ziggler,
Oh, go ahead.
you would expect that he would have a great match because he's a fantastic wrestler to kind of sell off of everything that Nakamura's having. So. I thought that was smart. He had a lot of offense in the beginning, if I remember correctly, but after that, Nakamura kind of got back into it and rightfully won. But it wasn't necessarily a match that we all expected to happen.
Yeah. If yeah, but no, yeah, Nakamura. I thought like as a first match, like he didn't. Besides to everyone that already knows him, he didn't like make like any like new time viewers like
Hmm.
interested in him, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So yeah, but anyways, thought the match was cool and match was all right, and there really wasn't much else in the show that I even remember.
Yeah, I agree. Then there's
Yeah,
like some 6-woman tag
yeah.
that wasn't really much of a deal. Um, the tag titles were online. I don't even remember. Oh yeah, it was Breezango
Oh,
and
oh
the
yeah, it was like a
Usos.
comedy match pretty much.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't that big of a show for Backlash.
Yeah. All right, and the next show was Extreme Rules, which I've only fully seen the main event of the show,
Hmm.
which was fantastic. The main event.
Yeah,
Um, so I don't know about the rest of the show, and I don't know. I was so surprised when Joe won.
yeah. I mean the one thing about that match too is that I think going into it, I was hoping that Joe would be the guy because everyone else really shouldn't have taken a loss to Lesnar. Because the end game to me after that main event was the winner of this match is instantly going to lose, more than likely. And we're going to have Lesnar have a really big defense at SummerSlam. Like, he's just going to be a stepping
True.
stone at Great Balls of Fire. And I still think that's going to be the case. Spoilers. But yeah, I didn't think it was going to really mean much after this month. Um, I'm glad Joe is getting the run because out of the people who were in that pool, he needed it the most, and I think
I
he had the most to gain. I think is a better way to look at it, but we'll see.
yeah, I thought for sure it was gonna be Finn. Like I had it
Hmm.
set in my mind that it was gonna be Finn, and I guess supposedly, according to the Observer, that they've completely scrapped any plans for Lesnar and Finn, which sucks because that's a match. That's another like dream match that I want to see.
Yeah,
But I just never thought I would see Joe versus Lesnar. Like I just never thought I would see it, and it just kind of came in my head like, all right, it's just not gonna happen, you know. Oh, just hit my mic. But yeah, it's just never gonna happen.
I'm too excited for it though. We'll talk about it later, but
Yeah,
I
but
think it'll be a really good move to make after Sunday.
yeah, same here. But I don't know. It was just surprising me. I'm like, wow, this guy, it's actually gonna happen.
Yeah.
Cause I was at work. Cause now I work Sunday nights, so I can't like watch the pay-per-views live. And I
Hmm.
I was texting my friends who were watching, and I'm like, dude, don't spoil anything for me before the show. I'm like, don't spoil anything. And then and then they didn't tell me who won. They just were texting me like so excited, like, oh my god, I can't believe you're gonna be like so surprised whoever won. And I'm like, fuck it, I gotta see who won. I saw it was Samoa Joe. I was like, what? Oh, okay. So yeah, that's that. I don't.
Oh, I know what we need to talk about for Extreme Rules. I don't. Well, I'm assuming you didn't see it, but that Bailey and Alexa Bliss match
I
actually went like 5 minutes.
I heard that it was literally just Alexa Bliss beating Bailey up for for like 5 minutes with the kendo stick, and then Bailey gets like a Bailey to belly, and then gets hit by a kendo stick and gets DDT'd and pinned.
Yeah. Oh, that was it. It was literally 5 minutes, and that was it.
So dumb.
Yeah.
Like okay, I people have said this, and like as much as I love Daniel Bryan, like and the fact that he won the title,
Hmm.
it's kind of a bad thing for them because like now they book like all their like underdog baby faces like Daniel Bryan like beating him to death to the
Yeah.
point that like they just lose every freaking match and then nobody cares about them.
Hmm.
And it worked for Bryan because it was like against the system thing. Here
Yeah.
it's like they know that they're doing it on purpose. Like nobody cares.
They're forced again against the wrong people.
Yeah. Like Bryan could get over because just because he's so likable. Now I'm not saying like Bailey. or they've done this with Sami Zayn too. Like I'm not saying like they're unlikable. He's just saying
Hmm.
like Brian had something about him that was different, and you know you can't do it to everyone. Now
Yeah,
nobody cares about Bailey. It's incredible.
it's really a shame. It's absolutely a shame. I think she is the worst book person on the entire roster right now. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's bad. Oh, I do want to say something though.
Hmm.
Raw. I don't know what it is, but Raw after this superstar shakeup has been a lot better than SmackDown. I don't know what it
Yes.
is, but I feel like they might have like switched the creative because they realized, oh shit, people like SmackDown more. Let's like
No,
move them to Raw. But like I don't know what it is. Like for some reason, Raw is a lot better than SmackDown.
I wouldn't go that far as in a lot better. Now that I think about it, I think it's been. Mm,
It hasn't been like a lot like okay, a lot better might be too much, but the thing is, like, like SmackDown's bad. Like it's been bad, like just pure bad. Like Raw's actually been like kind of enjoyable. Like granted, if it was 2 hours, it'd be like good, and I could
mhm.
actually say it's a good show. But since it's not, I have to say like it's getting better.
I think Raw has definitely improved a lot since that shakeup. I think SmackDown had a little period of time where it really kind of dropped off in quality. I think it's come back. I think it's been a lot better. But Raw had some abysmal segments lately too.
No, of
Like,
course. Well, they always do.
but
And
these are bad.
but like,
Like,
well, okay, well, SmackDown always, even when it was good last year, had some bad segments. Like, let's
but
not be wrong.
like this is your life level?
I mean, I'm just saying it's been better than SmackDown lately. That's all I'm
That
saying.
was pretty terrible. That's one of the worst things ever. It really is. That was pretty horrible.
Okay, I was just making a comparison.
I know. And I did the
Uh,
same thing a little bit ago, and that's I kind of said the same thing about Raw's mid card, where they're really starting to utilize some people like Curtis Axel, Bo Dallas are getting into the Intercontinental Championship scene, which is pretty good.
well, they're just
Um,
with the Miz.
but still, they're doing something that's relevant. Truth and Goldust are doing something. It's not just a completely drop off the earth, which is good. Enzo and Cass is doing something that's really good. Enzo's showing some great promo work, and Cass is actually doing pretty well too. We'll see about the match on Sunday, but
Yeah,
they're doing pretty well lately.
yeah, I'd say the same.
The return of
Uh,
Braun Strowman is going to help too.
oh yeah, Braun is amazing. Um, So yeah, that's that. That was Extreme Rules. And then we have what was it? Money in the Bank.
Hmm.
Which, okay, this was another one I didn't watch because I don't watch any of the pay-per-views live now. But like I just
Hmm.
see the reaction of it pretty much after the show,
Yeah.
and I saw people saying this pay-per-view sucked. Oh, it was terrible. It's one of the worst pay-per-views of all time. It's
Hmm.
December to Dismember bad, and I'm like, oh
Oh
my
my
god.
god.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, Jesus Christ, what the hell? And my friend texted me and he goes, it was poorly booked, but that was a pretty damn good pay-per-view. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
Somebody tell me what it is. So I watched it myself. And look, if that main event did not happen, this would be one of the worst pay-per-views of all time. But
Mm.
but the main event happened, and the main event is one of the better WWE matches of the year, and pay-per-views that are considered some of the worst of all time, they don't have matches even close to that.
Hmm.
So it is definitely not one of the worst pay-per-views of all time. Because that main event was incredible. The rest of the show, though, take it or leave it. Like it was poorly booked, whatever. The Usos New Day was fine, but this fact that you can just like in a championship match just walk out for a 10 count and win,
Hmm.
and like retain your titles, it's just dumb. Like I don't know, it's just dumb to me. Like I know it's been in wrestling forever now. And I know as a kid it's just like ingrained in me, but it's just dumb.
Yeah.
It's just dumb.
I mean, yeah, I do see it from that perspective. Personally, I thought it wasn't a terrible show. I actually really loved that show a lot. The opener was great. Uh, again, like I said earlier, necessary endings, but terrible endings at the same time. The
Mm-hmm.
opener, again, with the Money in the Bank for the women, I thought that was a great match, but it just ended very poorly. Then again, it got a lot of heat on Carmella. So that worked out, but still, it's a very, very, very big sacrifice for such a very bad ending. I thought Usos and New Day was probably one of my favorite tag matches of the year, if I'm being honest. But the ending of it, again, was necessary, but a very poor way to do it. But it still continued the feud. So I guess that worked out in the end. Um, the main event was, again, like you said, I thought that was also phenomenal. Probably in that second tier of matches of the year with the Fatal 5-Way and the Elimination Chamber match.
Mm-hmm.
I thought those were all kind of in the same realm of extremely awesome moments and matches. Um, they did Nakamura really well, kind of going around the fact that he hasn't really had a lot of experience in ladder matches or any whatsoever. So that worked out perfectly. They
Yeah.
booked Corbin really well. They really booked everyone extremely well in that match, if I'm being honest.
Even Ziggler.
Yeah. Well, yeah, true. Yeah. He had some moments too, but well, I don't know what you really do with Ziggler right now. So
Well, I mean, there's not much to do.
yeah, exactly. So I mean, I thought it was a fine show. It was a great show for wrestling. I really was impressed with Lana, if I'm being honest too, on her first match.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean,
for
first
her
match.
first match, yeah, for her first match, I thought it was really good. Well, not really good, but I
You
thought it was
know,
really decent.
you know who had like a really good first match?
So,
D'Angelo Williams on Slammiversary.
yes, I was hoping we'd talk about Slammiversary. I love that show too.
I only really saw that match, and I think what was the other match? It was like some tag match that like went like 20 something minutes, I think it was.
The
And
opener,
yes. And it
yeah.
was just like spot, which was a good match. And then the main event. I know there's a lot of other stuff, but I'm like, I can't waste all my fucking time on this show.
No,
Like,
honestly, I thought that was a great show too. I thought
I,
it was decent. I didn't see the main event because I really wasn't that interested in it, but everything else on the card, I was legit interested in. And I haven't even seen TNA in a long time, or GFW now. But Loki versus Sanjay Dutt was 2 out of 3 falls for the X Division title. I thought that was decent. Um, Eddie Edwards and his wife against Davey Richards and his wife in Full Metal Mayhem. It was short, but I think that was fair too. It was still pretty brutal. There was Abyss, or not Abyss, but Joseph Park and uh, what's his name? JB, Jeremy Borash versus Scott Steiner and
oh
Josh
my,
Matthews,
Final
which
Destination 2.
yeah, no, yeah, it was legit by that. And Jeremy Borash had a really big hand in Final Destination or Final Deletion anyway, so they did that really well.
Did I say
Um,
Final Destination? My God, Final
no, I
Deletion.
did. I said
Oh,
Final
okay.
Destination.
I thought I said it too. My goodness. But no, yeah. I mean, the Hardys wanted Borash to come with him to
hmm
WWE so they could work on the broken character or whatnot
So yeah, he
and
was
do that
perfect for
stuff.
that entire thing. He was so instrumental on that. And the tag match, like we said, with D'Angelo Williams was really good. I think the one match that I also didn't see other than the main events was the Unification Women's match and EC3 versus James Storm. Um, the ending with James Storm was very awkward and very scary. I didn't see it the entire match, but I saw the ending, and that was terrifying. Um, but yeah, other than all of that, all in all, I thought that was a really decent show from what I saw.
Yeah. From
I
what
had a
I
lot of fun
saw, it
with
was fine. Besides the main event was really whatever.
those.
It's just like your typical TNA like ending of a pay per view.
Yeah,
Like I've had run-ins, and it's just like a whatever match for
it
the
keeps
main
Lashley
event.
strong though, I guess, because he is definitely playing that part pretty well.
Yeah.
So, uh,
Anyways, so yeah, that's that. We'll talk about that. But overall, Money in the Bank, it was a fine show. Main event was fantastic though, which is really like if you're gonna see anything on the show, it's the main event.
oh yeah,
All right. So then, before we get into our shows, one of the things that I was gonna mention we talked about was TNA, but we already did that. So now we
sorry.
have New Japan G1, the USA,
hmm
2 nights back to back, and we'll also kind of predict our G1 winners. But what'd you think of the first two nights?
I thought they were great. I thought they were really great. One of the things I was really worried about was if they would really translate New Japan as a whole into America, and they did exactly that. It was spot on what you'd expect from a New Japan show.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I wasn't the biggest fan of the commentary the first night, if I'm being honest. And yes, I'm talking about the English one with JR and Josh Barnett.
You know, so do you watch Access, like New Japan Access?
Not frequently, but from what I've seen, if I'm being honest, it hasn't been a lot of emotion.
Yeah, I mean, it's just JR is JR. He's great.
Hmm.
I feel like he's just a lot better in a live set than a live comment. So that's why I was excited for him to do this live.
Hmm.
Because everything's always pre-recorded.
Yeah.
But they do like now they watch some wrestling. They watch the wrestling in a studio, but they watch it for the first time. Watch the
Hmm.
match the first time while doing commentary over it. So it makes it better. But um, yeah, like, but I thought they did great. I've always said Josh Barnett and JR are one of my favorite commentating acts,
Hmm.
just because they flow really well. JR is great, and Josh Barnett like knows his stuff. He calls holds and
Oh
stuff,
yeah, for sure.
and like he has that MMA background and whatnot, even though he's been busted 4 times. Uh,
Hmm.
but yeah, so I've always liked them personally, and I thought they did great job, especially in that Elgin Omega match.
Yeah.
That first night they brought that. I thought they really did a great job that first night. And I saw some people complain about it. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't paying attention to them that much. Like a lot of times, I just try not to pay attention to the commentary unless
Hmm.
I'm watching fucking WWE with JBL. Then it's kind of hard not to.
I think my main thing about the commentary for night one was really just the errors that JR would make. They were really subtle.
He does
Um,
them a lot while
yeah,
doing New Japan. It's just him not fully knowing a lot of the stuff.
yeah, and that's fair. I think that's really the one thing that I would call out a lot. He did it, I would say frequently, but he definitely did it a few times in that show. He definitely picked it up on night two though.
Hmm.
So that's really the only gripe that I had.
Yeah, but no, yeah, I thought the two shows were great. Um, fucking Omega and Elgin first night was probably match of that night.
Yeah.
Uh, I feel like Okada and Cody was the match was good. Like it was good. Um, it was fine. I think it's best that they did that match in the U.S. because if that match happened in Japan, it would die a shitstorm. Like, cause the crowd wouldn't be as invested in it because they wouldn't be booing Cody
Hmm.
as much. Um, and yeah, I just think that. Um, but yeah, I mean, the match was fine. It wasn't great, but it was probably what I expected.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing about Cody, he left the WWE, and that's fine. He definitely went over to try and kind of go all over the place. And shout out to him for trying to achieve all those accomplishments. He's really doing great. But I never thought he was the best wrestler since he's left. Uh, or like he hasn't really made a ton of improvements.
No,
But as a heel character, he's been phenomenal. I think he's really played that part really well.
have have you watched Being the Elite?
No.
You Do you know his saying?
Yes.
I love it, man. I love it.
Got started.
And
Yes, I
and
know
like
it.
in every episode that he's in, they find a new way to put it in, and it's fantastic. Um, but yeah, no, I like Cody. He's fine. He's not a great, He's a good wrestler for sure, but he's not
Hmm.
gonna have these great blowaway matches that like Omega and Okada are. I mean, Omega and Okada are just on a whole nother level.
Yeah,
By
definitely.
the
Yeah.
by the way, did you see Okada was at Raw?
Yeah.
That
Apparently,
was
he was like in Gorilla for SmackDown. Uh, I don't know how that happened.
They're showing him the ways, man. They want Okada. They want more Japanese.
And Okada's not leaving. He's
No,
not
of
leaving.
course. Not, definitely not. If he is leaving, it's not for like a while. Like
Yeah,
he's staying. There's no reason why he should leave. He's
he's
just
doing
there.
exactly once.
Yeah. Omega, I don't think Omega's leaving for a while either. So
I think he really has the same objective that Okada has. It seems they're trying to put New Japan on the map, and they're doing a gosh darn great job.
yeah, they are. They're doing a great job. Um, but no, yeah, I thought night two was better than night one,
Mm-hmm.
personally. And night two, even though it had probably one of the worst matches of the weekend with Billy Gunn and Tanahashi.
He tried, ton of tried.
Tana tried. Billy's just that was just a bad. I don't know what they're thinking. I didn't even know that match was happening until night one. Me and my friend are sitting there when they're showing the promo, and it
Yeah,
says Billy Gunn Tanahashi, and I'm like, we both look at each other and we go, "What the fuck?"
and
Like,
Tana wanted it. He really did.
oh, I guess, but it happened. It was a thing that happened in wrestling. It was a match. It was bad. It wasn't like the worst match ever that everyone thought it was gonna be, but still bad. But yeah, I don't know. The Top Night 2, I mean, Ishii and Omega was fucking amazing.
As expected.
Probably the best match of the weekend, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say so for sure. Uh,
Yeah.
Shout out to RPG versus Young Bucks as well on night two.
Yeah. That was good too. And they had the Herb Belzer driver.
Oh, that was one of the most incredible things. This dude did a front flip into it.
I
I've
know.
never seen that in my life. That was
Well,
incredible. Off the top rope into the
that, that
floor.
that was crazy too, but like I feel like the one that they did at Bola or against Phoenix and Pentagon, where they
Hmm.
did a tope con Meltzer driver,
Yeah.
was probably the craziest Meltzer driver I've seen.
I can't believe they keep innovating it and making it even wilder than the past ones. It's
Well,
crazy to me.
this one was for Herb,
Yeah.
so yeah,
Gosh darn. That was wild.
yeah, it was. But anyways, so that's that. And then let's just go into our predictions. I think Omega's winning it, the G1, and then they have Okada and Omega as the rubber match because they're gonna have Okada and Omega in the G1,
Yeah.
and that's when Kenny wins. And then they have a rubber match because they've both beat each other and they would at this point tied. And then they have the rubber match at Wrestle Kingdom.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think that's something they would probably do. Part of me also thinks that Naito is going to be in the Wrestle Kingdom main event,
Mm,
but I don't know who against. That's the thing. I definitely do think that Omega's going to win the third encounter with Okada. That's gonna be a non-title, and I think that match itself will lead to another match before Wrestle Kingdom. Uh,
you can't do that match before Wrestle Kingdom. Like I just you gotta do it at Wrestle Kingdom.
but if you
Like
have Omega beat Okada in a non-title, the kind of, I mean, I think that has to happen too, because I don't think there's a possible way that Okada's going to go undefeated here. And if he loses a non-title match, that's going to warrant a title match after the fact. So I think they got to do that.
no, I think Omega is winning against Okada. He's
Hmm.
going to the finals against probably Naito. I really wish it was Ibushi just to have that rematch. Uh, but it's probably not going to be Ibushi, excuse me.
That's the thing too, is that if they do Omega Ibushi, that's going to be the finals. So I could see that happening too.
That's why I think Omega's winning. I
Or,
think Omega's winning.
well, yeah, no, I don't know. I really don't know, because I don't think they really would pull Omega versus Ibushi 2 at Wrestle Kingdom. I don't think they do that.
No, that's why I think they're doing a G1. Or I don't know. I don't think they're doing that. I think it's probably Naito winning A block, but I'm not sure.
It's got to be because he's so popular. He really is.
I mean, it's him, Okada, and Omega that are the 3 stars that are going to carry them into the U.S.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
I don't know though. I don't know.
I think Omega's winning.
I don't know if they'll pull that trigger for having just Omega and Okada that far away too.
They can wait.
I don't know.
It's the
I really
same.
don't know.
It's probably about the same amount away from Kingdom to Dominion. 6 months.
I also honestly wouldn't be shocked if they did Omega Okada 4. Okada wins and they do Okada Naito at Wrestle Kingdom. I don't want them to do that because I love Kenny that much, but I can see that happening.
Yeah, they just don't want to give the title to Omega.
And the thing too is that I don't see Okada missing out on the main event at Wrestle Kingdom. So I don't know what they
No,
do.
it's Okada's champion. It's just a matter of who he's facing.
I don't know. I don't know. I could see him losing it beforehand.
To who? Omega?
Yeah, I could see it.
That's why I think it's Omega Okada and Wrestle Kingdom.
I really don't know. I just don't know. And they're definitely going to have that fourth match after the fact for sure, but I just don't know if it's going to be at Wrestle Kingdom or not. That's why I'm kind of hesitating on the prediction. I still think the safest bet, if I'm being honest, is Naito. I really do.
Yeah.
He dropped the Intercontinental title for this moment, I think. And I don't know if they do back-to-back Okada.
No, they would. They
I
would do
don't know.
back to back. If they did it back to back for Tanahashi,
Oh, that's
then.
so.
But still, they can do. I'm just saying they can do it.
I don't know. I really don't know. I'm super excited for it though because there's so many matches that are going to jump off.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fantastic. Like Meltzer, like for example, Meltzer has been giving like all these 5 star, 2 6 star ratings, and we haven't even hit the G1 this year.
Yeah,
This year's been
like that's wild.
incredible. It's been
That's
incredible.
wild to me. It really
Yeah,
is.
but we got to talk about Takahashi for a minute because his cat
Yeah.
is the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
Why is it a thing? I don't want to question it, but why?
I don't know, but I love it.
It makes absolutely no sense.
Oh,
It's so baffling to me.
it makes 0 sense, but it's fantastic. Did you see the video of like I don't know, man? Like there's him and I guess Naito teamed up
Hmm.
on some show, and freaking Naito gave it a fist bump and whatnot, and did the Los thing. It was, dude, it's fantastic. It's so stupid and silly that I love it. I don't know, man. It's great.
I can't. Okay, I really can't with Takahashi. I can't.
He's great. He's one of my favorite match or wrestlers right now.
He's been so good this year.
Yeah, he's a great. We didn't even talk about Dominion, dude. It was
Shoot.
that's one of like the best pay-per-views ever.
Oh my gosh. It's hard for me to say anything about that show because I stayed up way too long for it.
I stayed up and I fell asleep after the War Machine, uh, mm, whatever the other team was match. I forget they fought.
War Machine and Guerrillas of Destiny.
Yes, there we go. After that match, I I fell asleep, and then I woke up. Everyone's texting me 7 stars, 7 stars. I'm like, fuck me. Well,
You know,
I
the one
got
thing.
no. I fell asleep actually after the Kushida Takahashi match because that
Mm,
match was so great. I'm like, all right, these next 2 matches will be way too great, but I need some fucking sleep right now. So I fell asleep.
oh my gosh, dude. You
And
screwed up.
it was 7 stars, 7 stars. I'm like, fuck,
You
god damn it.
I stayed up super late and I planned to do that and go to sleep afterwards because I had to work that day. But lo and behold, apparently I had to wait for a package that was coming in. So I had to stay up even longer. And
Mm,
I ended up staying up a total of 38 hours awake,
nice.
which sucks. But Omega and Okada was so incredible when I saw it. I was definitely starting to doze off a little bit when Naito Tanahashi happened, and I was trying so hard not to. And that's why I totally don't remember that match at all. And I really
Mm.
don't remember Kushida and Takahashi that much either. But I totally remember Okada and Omega because I Ooh, the adrenaline was pumping as
I
that
just
promo was
remember
playing.
I remember Takahashi versus Kushida. That match was fantastic, but I was
Mhm.
like, God damn. And Omega and Okada, I just thought to myself, Omega and Okada are going to top this. Like, what? It's ridiculous. Um, but yeah. Um, so yeah, I know that's a fantastic show. And I don't think we have anything else to say.
I don't think so.
Don't think we missed anything. I don't think so. Oh, Adam Cole. When the fuck's this guy coming? Probably
I have no
Brooklyn.
clue. I
Probably
don't know.
Brooklyn, I assume.
I really don't know. Oh, never mind. I can't talk about that yet. I can't because it's not on NXT yet. I know the NXT spoilers up until the next taping, which is like the 23rd or something like that. But
Oh, I know too. I know too.
okay, but still, I'm not gonna talk about it.
Hmm.
There's
But
an
we can
interesting
talk.
debut that I'm really interested in.
Yes, yes, yes. I know what you're talking about. But I will talk about. In fact, Mauro Ronaldo's back,
Yes,
which is
very happy.
awesome. I'm glad that he's back. We all know he's great. And I'm glad that he's back because he's Mauro.
Shout out to him because he's back on NXT, which is great. He did the Bellator pay-per-view, which is big. And he's going to do Mayweather McGregor.
Which is crazy.
So he is losing his mind and going crazy.
He's making a lot of money.
That dude is flexing.
Yeah. Well, speaking of boxing, did you watch that Pacquiao fight with
I
that
just
one
happened to
dude?
catch it and I saw it. I think it
Yeah.
was like right after the UFC show too. I think.
I remember I walked downstairs and my dad's watching. I'm like, "Wait, you bought this on pay-per-view?" He's like, "No, it's on ESPN." I'm like, "Oh, fuck, okay." So I
Mhm.
watched it, and I was like after the fight, I'm like, "Oh, so Pacquiao won, right?" And I guess not.
Joink.
Just kidding.
It started really well. It really did, but Pacquiao started to take it over for sure. I thought that was very clear. Apparently, the judges did not say that, and that did not end well for Pacquiao. So,
It's okay. Pacquiao can go fuck himself, but it's
the
okay.
yeah, but still, boxing, the integrity is not it's not lit.
That's true. It's not there. It's not there. No, I thought Pacquiao won, even though I didn't want him to win. I was like, oh fuck, I guess Pacquiao won, and he didn't win. So I was like, oh, that's cool. But then everyone knows that he technically did, like, kind of didn't win. But I mean, hey, the kid put up a fight. So,
Yeah, he stayed in
but I
there.
mean, it's like he didn't win. He didn't win.
I mean, dude is just. This is why I don't watch boxing because stuff like this.
Boxing's not. Listen, UFC has its problems too.
Yes,
Let's not get
yes,
it twisted. But
because
box,
they had a terrible decision. I think like the same night too. By the way, it's either like the same night or the week before.
man, I've really lost interest. Like last year, I was so interested in UFC, but this year, I just kind of, I don't know.
Oh, dude, UFC is going to be crazy this month specifically. We got a big pay-per-view this Saturday. There's going to be an even bigger pay-per-view on the last Saturday of July with Cormier and Jones 2. I could not be more excited.
Oh, is that happening this month?
Oh yeah, the last Saturday of this month.
See,
That's
I don't pay attention. It just as soon as it comes, like that week, I'll know that there's a UFC show, and I'll see the card. I'm like, okay,
you'll know when Cormier or Deeds or John Jones do something totally problematic before the fight and root or like some presser or something. Somebody throws
yeah.
a water bottle again, I'm sure.
All right, okay. Speaking of boxing, though, with this McGregor Connor fight actually happening, like,
The week after SummerSlam, by the way.
yeah, like, which oh yeah, last year they had a McGregor and Diaz, I think it was, on the same
Yes.
night as Brooklyn, and it was like, oh God, which one do you pick? Uh, but no, yeah, I think McGregor is gonna get he's getting his ass kicked.
Yes,
He can
for
take a
sure.
punch. He can take a punch for sure, but not that many punches.
I really don't expect it to be as good of a fight as anyone's thinking as well.
I don't think anyone thinks it's gonna be a good fight. It's just like
It's totally
a
for the spectacle.
yeah. And like on the small chain, it's like the CM Punk fight to me. It's
Mm.
like CM Punk's like everyone knew CM Punk was gonna lose, right? But it was like, how bad is he gonna lose? And is there the slimmer chance that he might actually sneak something in and he'd win?
I mean, there's always a chance.
There's always a chance, so you always just got to give it a chance. So yeah.
Hmm.
Anyways, that's that. Let's talk about which everyone was shitting on this name. People still shit on this name, right?
Yes, rightfully so.
I remember when it came out and I thought it was fucking hilarious because it was like, oh, this is like a PWG show name to me. But now it's gotten ridiculous. The fucking logo. All right, the logo is dick and balls.
It's so
Okay,
blatant. It's so
it's
blatant.
it's incredible, but yeah, but this card, it it's a pretty great card on
Dare I
paper.
say, it is the best card of the year.
Well, on paper, again, it could, you know, you know,
I,
you know,
I mean, always, always. I mean, I think I said the same thing for Money in the Bank, if I'm being honest.
yeah, yeah. I can see that. I can see it. Well, no, Money in the Bank. I didn't. I don't think I said that. You high on shrooms. Anyways, let's just kind of just jump start into this card. I don't know how many matches we got. Some good matches here, so
So,
we'll start with Enzo taking on Cass, in which Cass turned on Enzo about 3 weeks back now. Yeah.
hmm
Cass is winning because he just
yeah,
turned heel.
yeah. I'm excited to see how this match goes.
It's probably gonna be a
Um,
beat down, honestly, the way they book. It's just gonna be Cass beating the shit out of Enzo.
I can see it. That's what I was gonna say too. I really expect it to be just that. I hope not though.
I was
But
that too.
that would get empathy on Enzo though. So, hey.
I guess. I guess.
I really like the booking, or not the booking, but I guess the promos leading up to this though. They've both done pretty well.
They're both good at promo, so it's kind of
Definitely.
expected. All right. We have Akira Tozawa taking on Neville for the Cruiserweight Championship. Neville's winning.
And the kickoff, by the way.
Oh, it's on the kickoff?
Europe.
It doesn't say it's on the kickoff.
It is.
Damn. Then I probably should have started with this one first.
Well, I mean,
God,
it's fine.
whatever. Um, yeah, it doesn't say it was on the kickoff. What? No. Presented by Rocket League. Do people still play Rocket League?
Yes.
Hmm. This is news to me.
Rocket League is kind of like, well, I mean, I don't know if I can compare it because I haven't played either one as much, but I feel like there's still that following that is so many people playing it. It's going to be consistent for a little bit, not too much.
Neville's winning though.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't know how long ago this was, but that Akira Tozawa Brian Kendrick match on 205 Live
Was lit.
was crazy, and when he did that frickin' senton off the top rope through a table on the outside,
Yes.
oh my god.
I love that match. The audience was out. The audience
Uh,
was out cold.
they always are for 205 Live.
Exactly.
It's the only problem with 205 Live. It's great wrestling, but the crowd does not give two fucks.
That match is awesome though. It was
Yeah.
great. No, yeah, I totally agree. I think Neville's winning, and I want to give a shout out to the Titus Worldwide brand.
Oh
Yes,
god.
yes, no, no. I've had some faith in it when it first started, and now it is full blown great. I love it.
I haven't been paying attention, so I couldn't tell you. But
Oh, it's so good.
I just saw Apollo Cruz just basically laying on his head against Braun Strowman on Raw.
Yo, yes, that's one of the craziest things I've ever seen too.
He
Freaking
just
Braun.
he just like goes for moonsault, just kicks him off, and he fucking lands right on his head.
Freaking Braun. I cannot believe that.
Anyways, but yeah, Neville's winning. So we have for the IC title. Oh my god, we haven't even talking about the Big Baller brand coming on the show.
No, please don't talk about that.
What?
Let's not.
That was amazing.
It
What
was
are you
terrible.
talking about?
It was terrible.
Like it was bad, but like entertainingly bad. Like it was as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but like I was entertained.
Want to talk about the opposite of entertaining and bad? This feud.
Yeah. Yeah.
This has been a
Yeah.
very bad feud to me. I have not liked it. Dean is not looking really good. Again, I did like the fact that they've added Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas to the whole group for Miz, but I have not liked it.
Listen, Dean needs to go heel. There's nothing for him to do anymore. It's a face.
Yeah.
Shush.
I think he has a spot for doing that. I don't know what he would do though. That's the thing.
He'd be fantastic as a heel, and it's honestly like 6 months overdue. But you know,
Yeah.
but Miz is winning, I think.
Yeah. I hope that Finn Balor is up next for him.
No,
Because who else is there? I don't think you do Seth.
no, I want Finn to be higher than that, though.
But Finn's doing nothing right now. He is
Yeah, he's
doing nothing.
feuding with the Drifter. Fuck. Does he have a match in the show with the Drifter?
No. He's
Does
not
he?
even on his card.
What the fuck?
See? Nothing.
The way they book these people just baffles me. Baffles me. Anyways,
This is a shame. It really is.
all right, we have Sheamus and Cesaro versus the Hardys for the tag team champions.
Then you know the stipulation?
Is it an Iron Man match?
Yep.
How many minutes?
30.
Nice, interesting.
That's gonna be a
Okay,
hot match.
but it's an Iron Man match, like a tag match. Like the idea of an Iron Man match, like, oh, can they survive 30 minutes? It's like you can just tag in your opponent after like 10 minutes.
True. But I also
Yeah.
think that this is a really good feud ender because they've done literally everything together.
Yeah, and I hope this is, according to Meltzer, that they're really close with Anthem. I'm making a deal for the broken rights.
I don't know.
So,
There's been conflicting reports on that too. I read earlier, so I don't know.
but who knows, man? I hope that happens too because the Hardys are becoming just a nostalgia act, like the Dudleys were,
Mm-hmm.
and we all know what happened with the Dudleys. Um, and if they stay like this for too long, it's just gonna be bad news bears for them. So
Mm-hmm.
they need a move.
Well, I mean, I think they'll be okay, especially since like we have the revival around. They might be doing something with them. I wouldn't be shocked if they started up something. So sadly,
Nah.
the revival are doing absolutely nothing too. So
Well, isn't that guy still injured?
no, he's clear.
Well, never mind then. Fuck me.
He's clear because he was in that brawl, that break apart brawl with Joe and Lesnar the first time they happened.
Yeah, they've been in both of them.
Yeah. So
Anyways, but yeah, I think Sheamus and Cesaro are winning.
yeah, I guess so. I mean, I don't know. I can't. I doubt they're gonna hotshot it right back to the Hardys. That'd be weird.
Well, they did it with the Hardys to them, so.
I mean, it wasn't like they just lost it too, though. Well, actually, yeah, I did because they were the champions when they went into this. Wow. Okay. Never
Or no,
mind.
they weren't the champions of Mania. That was Gallows and Anderson,
Oh, true. True.
which I forget that they were champions because they still treat them like shit now.
Well, they got a
But
hotshot at that too because they had just won at the Rumble, I think, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So
But then the Hardys came back and they had to give them the titles. Like, if you didn't give the Hardys the titles at Mania, which I was there for, if you didn't give the Hardys the title at Mania, then it's like, what are you doing?
exactly.
What are you doing?
So I mean,
Yeah. All right. Next match is a match I forgot was happening until now. Rollins versus Wyatt.
yeah,
I think maybe Wyatt wins this one because it's like a start of the feud, and he normally wins like the first one, but then he loses everything else after that.
I
But I don't know.
guess.
I guess, but like I don't know how long this feud's going, so I don't know.
It would
By
be.
the way, this was a feud that was supposed to happen for freaking what was it? For Finn. It was supposed to be
Yeah.
Finn versus Wyatt because they set that up, but then they never did it again.
You
Or
know what's
Braun got
crazy?
injured.
You know what's really crazy? This would have been actually more fitting for him too. If you're thinking about the whole demon gimmick,
Yeah.
that would have looked better. But I guess assuming that the whole 2K18 thing, you want to keep him relevant. So I guess that's probably why. Maybe.
I think so. Which is kind of weird. Like, I didn't expect him to be the 2K18 cover.
I'm glad he is.
I was expecting like Roman, but they
Yeah,
picked Seth, which like I'm not mad at.
I'm very happy about it. It fits them perfectly. The whole gimmick and tagline
Yeah.
of 2K18. That trailer was phenomenal.
Yeah. They always had great trailers for 2K.
It was so good.
But no, yeah, I mean, with what was it? What was I saying? With 2K, I'm glad that it's Seth. Like a lot of people last year, I think it was Brock that was on the title or the cover, and
Yes.
people got mad at it. It's like, dude, just calm the fuck down. It's a fucking cover for a video game. You know when people walk by in a store and they see WWE 2K, they see Brock Lesnar, they go, "Oh shit, yeah, I know Brock Lesnar." That's why they pick him.
Did
They
anyone
don't
say
pick him.
anything when Austin was on?
I don't know, probably. I don't think so because it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it
People,
was Austin.
uh, but no, yeah, I think Braves winning. Maybe I don't know, may or maybe so. I really honestly have no idea. I don't know who to predict because I have no idea where they're going with this.
Hmm.
So it's interesting.
It's hard for me to pick because of SummerSlam right there, and I feel like they could just kind of swap everything right after. So I
Yeah.
don't know.
God, SummerSlam's in a month. It's July.
Yes, sir.
Oh, this year's gone by fast. By the way, it's on my mind now, so I'll say it. So as people might know, me and my friend went to Mania this year.
Hmm.
And we already have plans of going next year too.
Ooh.
So yeah, in New Orleans. So yeah, that's I just want to say that because my friend just texted me about it and I'm excited.
I heard Meltzer kind of implied the possibility of New Japan running shows there too.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Because like it's again there's not any like confirmation of anything like that, but they last time I heard, I think earlier today, they were talking about trying to run shows in March or April again in the US, and it would make a lot of sense if they try to do it in New Orleans. So I don't know.
Yeah. I'm excited then if that happens. I
That
for
would be the
sure
hope.
I for sure am gonna try to go to that.
That would definitely be the
Although
hope.
I hope they do a bigger venue because I feel like they could probably God damn it. Fit a bigger venue.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. We'll see.
Not 20,000.
I can't think of any
But
really big venues in New Orleans though.
probably there's probably none. I'm just saying. Anyways, yeah, the next show or our next match is another title match. Alexa Bliss defending her title against Sasha. Alexa's winning.
Yeah.
To or unless they're gonna set up a Bailey Sasha match finally. But I've been saying that for a while, and then they just continue to fucking bury Bailey. So I think that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly. I think Baylor's out of the window here, which is the
Yeah.
problem.
And I think they're setting up to a Nia match against Alexa. By the way, they bring back Emma for like the third fucking time, and just like before, they've done absolutely nothing with her. It's absolutely sad. They do this whole Emmalina thing, and then they drop it, and then they built that up for months. They dropped it, and then she finally comes back out of nowhere, and then she's done.
She's in the
Like,
same pack with Mickey James and Dana Brooke, which is a shame.
yeah, it's terrible. Anyways, but I think Alexa Bliss is winning.
Yeah, I agree. I think it'll be a good match. Um,
It'll be
we'll.
fun.
I, I'm interested in seeing what
Alexa,
they do with
look,
Sasha after this.
I love Alexa. All right, Alexa's one of my favorites, but she doesn't have really great matches for pay-per-view matches. They're like good, okay matches,
Yeah,
but they're nothing to get. There's nothing to get excited about.
yeah, I agree. Because the only ones I can think of are like what the Alexa Becky matches that we had. We had a ton of those last year.
Yeah, and those were whatever. And then we had the Bailey matches, which were part of it wasn't their fault,
Yeah,
but it was still whatever. And then I don't know what was the oh that was Bailey's. So yeah, this yeah it's just been whatever.
hmm,
I
that's weird.
still I still love her though.
Yeah,
She's still the best.
can talk like it's not no tomorrow.
Yeah,
So
but yeah, I think she's winning.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely do think it'll be a good match this time, though. I really do. With Sasha, I think it'll be pretty good.
Sasha will try to kill herself.
Probably.
It's guaranteed. Um, then we have a match. Probably the two matches I'm looking forward to the most here. We got Roman
Ah,
Reigns
cool.
versus Braun Strowman in an ambulance match. Now, we all know how much I love Braun,
Yes, both
but
of us.
there's been a lot of reports that it's going to be that they're pushing from Roman Brock at SummerSlam to Roman Brock or sorry Mania to at SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see that happening.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what's going to happen, which sucks because I love Braun, but I think it's probably the best because if it happened at WrestleMania again, people are going to get mad. They're just going to get mad, and they really want SummerSlam to be a big show, and I think Braun's time might be at Mania.
I don't know.
I mean, I can't predict that far in the future, but
It's hard because there's so many people who are in that kind of main event material, and then you have this whole lingering thing with John Cena, where he's a free agent now, and that makes no sense whatsoever.
yeah, I guess there's also been a thing where, which by the way, this whole John Cena thing, just real quick, the Rusev thing on
Yeah.
SmackDown, they're basically doing the same thing as 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking retarded. They're just stupid. Like what? Just they're gonna beat Rusev again. Kill me.
For one match
Anyways,
too,
for
more than
one
likely.
match, it's not gonna be a feud. It's one match, and it's like Rusev's bring back match. Like you couldn't do anything else for Rusev.
That
Anyways,
that moment for Rusev was literally the first time we saw him in person on SmackDown Live.
yeah,
Think about that.
yeah.
Let that cook.
I don't wanna listen, but I think Roman wins. I wouldn't be surprised if Braun wins because I guess the idea for a long time was Braun versus Brock. Hell, that was supposed to happen at this show,
Mm-hmm.
and then he got injured, and
Yep.
then now we have Joe versus Brock, and probably we're gonna have Roman or Braun versus Brock at SummerSlam. So I thought forever it was gonna be at SummerSlam, but now I'm kind of starting to lean the other way. That's gonna be Roman versus Brock.
And honestly, I'm going to agree with you. I think Roman's going to win as well, but I don't want to think that a lot of people are like so doom and gloom on this match because you have to remember that at WrestleMania 31 they had a fantastic match. It was
Of
really good.
course,
It was
I'm
really good.
excited. I'm excited to see that match.
Yeah. I mean, I think we all know the end result too, which is a real shame. But if it does end up being Roman and Brock, just don't get mad and just kind of enjoy it for what it is because that's going to be a good match more than likely.
People are gonna get mad, and then they're gonna say that Braun got buried. Braun's buried. It's like what the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, especially
Uh,
he's losing an ambulance match. Come on,
yeah.
to Roman Reigns, the more than likely the future Universal Champion. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a bad deal.
But yeah, I think Roman wins. It should be a
Exactly.
great match.
I'd
I
also
think
like
the
to
other.
point out that Roman and Braun probably is my favorite and probably the best feud of the year.
Oh,
I think it is in
I
WWE.
I I love what they're doing with Joe and Brock, man.
But in terms of like a feud that's been going on for so long, I don't
Sure,
know if you can
okay,
call that a feud now. That's the
I
thing.
can I can say that. But with Brock going into the show, what Brock and Joe have been doing
Yes.
have been fantastic. Which nice segue. We
Mm-hmm.
got Brock versus Joe. Who'd you think's gonna
It's going
win?
to be Brock for sure. But
Oh,
I'm.
I like the match on paper is fantastic, and the build up has been great. I just hope the match is great.
Yeah.
I think that's the only concern we have now. It's like, is Brock gonna do his part?
I don't think they're going to really have a bad match. I really don't think they will. Because, like, you're looking at how Joe's being booked right now. It's perfect. You're looking at how Joe is in general, and he's just this huge behemoth of the man. And you gotta have to have Brock respect that. You can't throw him around like Ambrose or something like that. Like, I think it's gonna be a match that is going to be a lot more brutal than we think. I think it's gonna be fantastic. I think Joe's going to really pull his own, no matter what Brock does. I think Brock's going to respect it, and it'll probably come out being a really good match.
I hope so, man.
The
I'm
only thing that I'm
excited.
actually worried about is that it may be short.
Yeah, it might be short,
I don't
which
really want
is
this to turn out to be kind of like Goldberg and Brock. I want this to be a little bit longer this time.
I think it'll be longer than that. I think like I worry that it might go like 5 minutes, which is not good.
Mm-hmm.
It probably should go like 10, 15, maybe longer. Maybe not that long, but
In the 10-15 range.
yeah, it should. Now, Brock and Goldberg at Mania was like the perfect length for that match
Yeah.
because it was the only thing. Because like if it went any longer, that match would have fucking sucked.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to have the same problem with like Joe because cardio isn't really going to be an issue. Joe can do whatever he wants.
Whatever he
He's going to be
wants.
fine.
Joe's a god, so we're good there.
Exactly. He's fantastic.
Indeed. But no, yeah, I think I just worry that it might not get too much time and that the match might be whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so yeah, I worry about that, but I'm excited for it.
I definitely
That's for
look
sure.
forward to it. Yeah. Same. Should be good. Did we agree on everything in this, by the way?
I think so.
Except Rollins and Wyatt. I think we didn't.
I don't even know.
I'm pretty sure I said Rollins and you said Wyatt.
I think I said I was really like indifferent because I don't know.
I'm definitely on Rollins' side.
I don't know.
Because he could do. I don't know. I don't know. Oh boy.
Well,
Uh, yeah, I'll stick with Rollins. I'll stick with Rollins for now.
yeah, I don't know, man. It's just I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, that's our show.
Mm-hmm. Can
We
we talk
we
about
got
SummerSlam?
yeah. Talk about it, please.
Because this is just me being a total circle jerker. I just want to talk about SummerSlam a lot. I
Uh
really
huh.
do. I'm curious about how this card's going to turn out. I honestly might not be as convinced about this whole Roman Brock thing. I wouldn't be shocked if they try and continue it and do Joe, Brock, and Roman at SummerSlam.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did Braun and Roman.
Could you do a Fatal 4-Way?
Why they didn't know they don't need to do a fatal four way.
They've done a lot of multi-man matches this year, which I'm not complaining, but I don't know if they'll try and pull the trigger on doing that again.
No, it's gonna be either Roman or Braun. It's one of the two, but I think it's Roman.
Then what do you do with all these other guys? That's the thing. I don't know. In this entire grand scheme of SummerSlam, I don't know what you do with Revival, the Hardys, Braun, Seth, Finn, Wyatt,
It's gonna be
Sammy.
like Sam. Well, I have no fucking idea. There's so much. Like, okay, so what? So what are they even gonna do on the SmackDown side?
I think
They're,
you're going to
they're gonna have
do.
a Punjabi prison.
We can talk about that too because we're not going to do a battleground. Like,
That's right.
shout out to
They're
that.
gonna they're gonna do. So they're gonna have AJ and Kevin Owens. I don't know if AJ's gonna win the title.
I
Who
think you
knows?
will.
But well, okay, but a Punjabi prison match in 2017.
Yes,
What the
yes,
fuck?
it's great. I'm excited. It's going to be terrible. It really is going to be bad, but I'm excited just to see it.
Especially that you have half-ass Randy Orton
Yes.
and fucking Jinder Mahal.
I don't know how you're going to do this match. I really do think that Jinder's going to retain, and I think Orton's going to take time off. But I can't imagine how this match is going to go. I can't believe it.
Is is he taking time off? That's the idea. Okay, so then what are you gonna do with Jinder?
You do Cena and Jinder.
Oh god.
What else?
Oh,
Dude, come on.
the most.
Anti-American gender versus a dude who's literally going to win for America a flag match.
Oh god, it's fucking terrible.
And you're going to have Jinder be the bad guy trying to stop Cena from breaking the record. Oh, at SummerSlam, which is totally going to happen.
You know what? If Cena wins, That'd be his 17th title win.
from Jinder freaking Mahal.
From Jinder Mahal.
Now look, this is not the way I want this to go, but this is the way that it probably will end up. My idea is that you have Sammy go against Jinder Mahal, and you have Sammy win, and you have Baron take the title off Sammy from Money in the Bank. I think that's fair.
Though. That's not happening though.
That's not going to happen because you're probably going to have Sammy go against Mike Kanellis and start off his feud, and that's probably not even going to make SummerSlam.
What the fuck are they doing with Mike Kanellis?
You're going to have him face Sammy, and Sammy's going to lose because you have to have Mike go over. And Sammy's going to look terrible, even though he's looking fantastic from a character standpoint. He looked hilarious on SmackDown, and he looked hilarious on the past few SmackDowns, and he looked great against Baron Corbin, but too bad because he didn't win that, and he's not going to win against Mike either.
Listen, he did beat Baron Corbin at Backlash.
I totally forgot about that, by the way.
I did too until you mentioned that. I'm like, oh wait, he won. And then Baron Corbin won the fucking title, or won the Money in the Bank.
Which
and I said in my review, which of course Baron Corbin should have won, but I said in my review that like if Baron Corbin wins the frickin' Money in the Bank, then this was stupid for having him lose. And wouldn't you know, he won it.
I mean, to be fair, you kind of have to book it so that you want to have the Money in the Bank winner lurking in shadows a little bit. You don't really want to have him as the most predictable guy in there.
But everyone knew Baron Corbin was going to win, I think.
It was pretty a popular choice. I mean, you could have had Nakamura win that too, but I think this is smart.
Because when you looked at it, you're like, okay, every single one of these guys, either 2 of them have been champions, 3 of them have, and the rest are probably future champions.
Yes.
And like, so it's like, okay, so like you can really give it to whoever, and you know they love Baron Corbin, so they're probably gonna give it to Baron Corbin.
You could have done it even easier. Okay, this guy's a heel, this guy's a heel, this guy's a heel. Ziggler already won it, he's out, and he's not doing anything. Kevin Owens is the champion, he's out. Baron Corbin wins. Like, it would have been that simple too.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, I totally think that's going to end up happening. I don't even know if you book Baron Corbin on SummerSlam either, if I'm being honest. I think what you do is you have Cena versus Mahal as a WWE Championship. I'm going plausible. I'm not going what I would do. But Cena versus Mahal for your WWE Championship. I think you do AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the United States title at SummerSlam. Because I think you have AJ win at Battleground, and you have Kevin Owens lose to a rematch on a SmackDown show. I think you do New Day versus Usos versus...
What does Kevin Owens do?
Kevin Owens is going to be facing...
So you gotta think... You have to come up with some bullshit. Like...
I don't want them to do a triple threat. That's just me being a complete duel. But you probably could end up doing a triple threat with Owens, Nakamura, and Styles. I wouldn't be shocked about that. But I don't want that to happen. I really don't.
The big match right now on SmackDown is AJ versus Nakamura.
Yes.
Now, whenever they're going to do it, who knows?
I think they have to do it at SummerSlam, right? They have to.
They could hold it off.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But they've been teasing it like crazy. Like, they teased it at Money in the Bank. You had AJ literally going on talking smack, explicitly saying that he wanted to go against Nakamura for the United States title. And I was like, okay, let's do it at SummerSlam. Why not? Yeah, you can totally pull that off.
I mean, they're probably going to do it at SummerSlam. Obviously, like, the selfish one in me, since I'm probably going to Mania next year, wants to see it at Mania.
We're both going to be selfish on this because I'm going to SummerSlam. So it's it's going to be a pull.
SummerSlam's going to be a crazy card.
Yes.
Because they're probably going to go all out again, like last year. I just worry, like last year and like Mania this year, which, look, I had a great time at Mania, but that show was too fucking long. Like, by the time the show was over, I was like, okay, thank God the show's over. I can go home.
But with the matches that you have at SummerSlam, dude, like, gosh darn, that's smart, Kevin. Like, you have... I really do think they're going to do Cena and Mahal for the title. I think you're going to do Styles and Nakamura for the U.S. title. I think you're going to do Brock and Roman, probably, for the Universal title, which is going to be great. I think you're going to do Kurt Angle versus Triple H, if I'm being a shocker. But I don't know if Angle's going to be in the ring by then. That's the thing.
They might save that.
They very well could, and I think that would be the safest bet too, is that you do it at Mania. But I don't know what's going on with this whole storyline about him backstage with the whole text messages and whatever. I think that could easily lead to SummerSlam because it's so, like, being drawn out already. We don't really know what's going on with that. So I wouldn't be shocked if you did Angle and Triple H at SummerSlam. I think that's your big four matches, though. I don't know what else you could probably do. I think
You could probably, I don't know. You could probably do, like, I'm trying to think of Finn and Seth and those guys doing absolutely fucking nothing.
they have to go for the Intercontinental. I think at
You
least
you could
Finn.
do like a fatal four way. Have like, I don't fucking know, dude.
Ambrose, Rollins, Balor, and Miz.
Both Rollins, Balor. Well, I was thinking get rid of Ambrose and do Wyatt, because what the fuck is Wyatt gonna do?
Please do, because that would be a lot more level too. Because you have two
Yeah.
heels, two faces that way.
And then,
I
but
think
then it's
so.
like, what the hell does Ambrose do?
Absolutely nothing, because he's been like a worm for the last I don't know how long.
I wouldn't be surprised if Ambrose won the title back, but
I hope
then
not, dude.
I hope not either. Because look, Ambrose, character wise, they're just doing nothing with him. Like that's why I say he has to go heel because he can do so much more.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think so as
they
well.
they probably won't do that.
Both tag title matches might be lit because you could have New Day and Usos, and you could probably end up adding.
Okay, can we talk about New Day and Usos, the rap battle?
Yes, yes,
Oh,
yo.
that Xavier Woods. That
I
was
was
that was.
like,
I all I like before I watched the whole segment. All I saw was that clip,
yes.
and I was like, "Oh my god, it was
It
amazing."
was so good. And the crowd knew, and the fact that like Wale before the show even started was like, I'm gonna let the crowd determine who wins. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, there's no way the Usos lose this, even with the crowd. So the only plausible way to win was a New Day win by disqualification. And that's exactly what happened. Because it would not have been fair if New Day just won flat out. You could tell.
This call, yeah, yeah. And then they always say keep it PG too. That I was like, that's not gonna happen.
Oh, that was so
That was
Oxford. That's one of my favorite segments all year. It really
oh
is.
that was a great segment. Like
Iconic.
going into it, you're like, oh god. But then after this, I mean, like, oh my god, that was fucking amazing.
Oh, it was so good. I knew the New Day were going to come through with something, but they actually didn't come through as well as I thought they would. Big E and Kofi did not do very well. Xavier pulled
Mm-mm.
it back, but both Usos were killing it. It was great.
That was great.
Ah,
But but yeah, yeah. So then, what then the tag team match? What you do? Sheamus and Cesaro against the Revival.
I think you need another tag team in there.
What other tag team is there?
Exactly. I mean, I don't know if they're going to do heel versus heel tag team. That's the thing.
Like Raw's like I think we all shit on the Raw tag teams, but SmackDown doesn't have many either. Both the tag team division sucks actually.
I think the tag team
Like
division on SmackDown has been a little bit better for sure because you have Breezango too, but they're more of a comedy act.
I mean they have American Alpha, but I don't know what the fuck they're doing with them.
I'm so scared about that too because they're trying to push it like Gable's going to go solo. It's freaking
Yeah.
me out.
And the match they had on SmackDown was all right with AJ. That was fine.
Oh, that was an awesome match. I thought it was great.
I
That
thought it
was
was a
really
I thought it was a really good match, but you could tell that it was like a TP match.
yeah, for sure. And the fact that Styles and Bryan both put Gable over so hard on Talking Smack and Twitter, and then you just see Jason Jordan actually in the Independence Day Battle Royal doing absolutely nothing. I'm
Yeah,
scared about that. I hope they don't split them up.
yeah, yeah.
They literally
Also,
had a video on YouTube for WWE saying, "Is Chad Gable going solo?" Like, yo, I can't have this.
it's because they're both so good. Now, Chad Gable is the one that is probably the better one. He has the more personality. He could probably get over better as a face
But Jason Jordan
because
is
J-
like,
well, Jason Jordan is great, but like in NXT, Jason Jordan was there for years doing like nothing.
hmm.
He couldn't get anything going, and as soon as he got Chad Gable with him, it was like they they went off.
And Jason Jordan, I mean, I'm sure they see a lot in him because he's so athletic and he has the look too of an actual superstar.
And they're
So
both Olympian,
yeah,
like Olympic wrestlers.
exactly. So it's like,
So it's like they love him because yeah, they need to get D'Angelo Williams, dude.
he's not trying to wrestle
Get,
anymore though.
oh, man, that's so sad because like out of like That's probably like one of the best first matches I've ever seen.
Right?
Now, granted, all the spots are probably done like set up really well, but they were all set up well, and like he was so smooth.
Hmm. He
Like
was fearless.
he was great.
He was absolutely
It's-
great.
but man, if I'm WWE and I see that, I'm trying to sign D'Angelo Williams. Like I know he's probably not gonna go, but I'm at least trying. Oh,
He's
I'm trying.
trying so hard to get back into football. It's not even funny. But I mean, if you do just one match with D'Angelo too, it would work out.
Yeah, he'll just have him like in a, you know, like a celebrity match like they did with what the fuck's that guy? The Arrow guy
Stephen
a
Amell.
couple years ago. Yeah, yeah, that guy.
Yeah, like it would be great. He's fantastic. Gosh, it sucks that we're never going to see him again because he was so great.
Yeah.
He was fantastic. I don't know though. We'll see.
The,
I'm very excited
the
for SummerSlam. I think it'll be great.
I'm excited too. I hope that's good. Um, and I hope. I wonder what they're gonna do with the. Let's see, with the Brooklyn card. They did Roderick Strong and Bobby Roode
Last night, yeah,
already last night. So then what? That's Drew McIntyre's spot.
for sure, more than likely.
And then they're gonna have Oh No, Oh No, Oh No versus
Itami.
Itami.
Yeah,
Itami's the idea. What are they doing with Strong?
I don't know. I think you have to have a UK title match after the last Chicago show too.
Oh my God! Well, then what are you gonna do? Pete Dunne versus Andrews?
Rematch,
Or you
triple
do
threat,
the rematch?
rematch or triple threat. I don't know. It makes sense for a rematch because I don't even think Pete Dunne, or yeah, I don't even think he even
Have they
challenged
even
it.
had a second episode of the UK show?
Nope.
Well, that's that.
I think Dunn was on NXT talking about Pete Dunne again, and Pete Dunne I think said that it's not over too after Chicago. So I wouldn't be shocked if they did a triple threat with Andrews.
Or they just do a straight up rematch. But I think you want to do a triple threat just so it's a little bit different.
Okay, I'm
Just a
screw this.
little bit different.
We're going to talk about spoilers, okay?
Okay. Spoilers for whatever the fuck he's about to talk about.
Okay, so Heavy Machinery versus Authors of Pain already happened on or NXT, and Authors of Pain
Hmm.
retained. So that match isn't going to happen at Takeover.
So what the fuck are they gonna do?
You could do Red Dragon, son. You could do
Oh,
it.
if they can do it if Kyle O'Reilly does sign.
Yes. Who's already in Evolve? You already
Yeah.
had Bobby Fish debut. Also another spoiler. Sorry.
Which, by the way, him losing in his first match is. Granted, he was facing Aleister Black, and I
Yeah.
really like. Oh, maybe they might do Strong versus Aleister Black.
For what though?
Maybe. I
That's
don't
the
know.
thing.
Well, they just have to have them do something, because
Yeah.
I don't. I'd rather them have do something than I don't know, just kind of like sit on the side.
A TV
Maybe like
show.
yeah, maybe like a number one contenders.
Because you got to think about it. Like it's going. Well, actually, hold on. Let me see. I wonder. No, this show starts at 7:15, right? Yeah. So yeah, it's going to start at 7:15. So they're going to do a TV taping for sure. So I feel like they'll probably just end up putting them on a TV show for that Brooklyn thing. But because we already talked about the. Gosh, that's correct. But we already talked about
Nice.
like what 4 matches that are going to be on the card already, and you can only probably book 5. And the 4th match is going to be Oscar versus Ember Moon because that's probably a given. But like, what else do you do? The tag match because we haven't even talked about that one yet.
Well, what's the tag? You just do Red Dragon, I guess. But
You can, but I don't know who else you could do, right? Because Oscar and Pain are going to be just sitting there doing nothing.
when's that TM61 guy coming back? He's
He
not
is
for a
back.
while. Oh, he's back.
He is back.
But they could do that.
You could, but I don't know if you want to do that either in Brooklyn. We already
They
had
might
that
not.
before the title.
Who knows, man? I just hope Adam Cole shows up.
He might be in the stands. And there's still one more set of tapings, so we'll see if he shows up there.
I don't think he'll show up there. I think it's Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Get
he
all the
could.
eyes on him.
He could just be like, he could
He
just
could just be like, "Hey guys, I'm here,"
like,
just like Rude did on
or you could do like
McIntyre,
just this mystery
McIntyre,
appearance.
or just have him walk in the back hallway like behind William Regal while they do an interview like they did with Rude.
McIntyre wins and Cole just shows up on the ramp like just clapping, and then it just fades to black. I'm cursing out everyone that's there.
You're cursing everyone out. Are you going to Brooklyn too? Taking over Brooklyn?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Nice.
Yes, sir. I just saw the meet and greets too for the weekend because that just dropped details like within the past 24 hours. And literally the second my flight comes in for Brooklyn, Nakamura's meet and greet starts. So I can't make that.
No. Are you going to Raw or anything afterwards?
Ooh, I'm coming back on Monday.
Yeah, we did that for WrestleMania, which kind of sucked, but it was like we did so much that weekend, so much wrestling.
Mm.
Like, it's ridiculous. You going
Yo,
any?
you know what really pisses me off too?
Huh?
Look at this. So we have the SummerSlam weekend on like the 20th, the 18th through the 20th. We'll be there then. Literally the week before is when Progress is running that show in New York.
Whoa, what?
The week
A week
before.
before?
Yes.
They would get so many more people if they did it that week.
Yes, they would. And
It's
you already
ridiculous.
have Pete Dunne, who's probably going to be on the Brooklyn show anyway. I'm very upset
That's
about that.
it's ridiculous. Is there any other indie shows that weekend?
Not to my knowledge, but they're also doing shows on the weekend of the Progress show because they're trying to utilize British Strong Style, who's going to be there all weekend. So I'm really upset about that. I'm so
That's
disappointed.
that sucks.
It's the worst. They're going to do freaking Jimmy Havoc versus Joey Janela in a no disqualification match.
Oh my god, Jimmy Havoc, didn't he win the Tournament of Death?
Yes, he did. Shout out to him.
Yeah,
I love him.
that's he's pretty cool.
He's freaking.
Even though I'm not a big CZW fan or death match wrestling in general. I fucking hate it.
I'm not.
Like
Yeah.
I can't watch it at all. But I respect anyone that does it because that's a lot of that's a lot of stuff to go through.
Yeah.
Um,
I was legit trying to look at it like that, the show, because I knew Jimmy Havoc was going to be on it. And I was like, I can't watch all of this too well.
I can't watch all of this. It's just too much.
Yeah.
It's just like when I'm watching it, I'm just like, why? Why?
They
Like,
had a freaking they had a trampoline that was replaced with all barbed
yes,
wire. It's like
I saw the spot. I saw the spot where the guy fell off and he bounced.
he
The
bounced.
motherfucker bounced and went back in. It's just like I just asked myself, I'm like, why? What's the point? Who like you don't need to do this.
It
You
was
don't
so
need to do
disturbing.
this.
It was
You
so
know,
disturbing.
like normal wrestling gets over now. Like you don't you don't need to do this stuff.
You know what the weird thing is though? After Jimmy Havoc won, the shirt that he was wearing, he put it up on eBay.
Oh my god.
So it's
Ugh.
the all white shirt covered in blood.
Good luck getting those HIV boys if you buy that. But anyways, man, that's I think I don't know if there's anything else to talk about.
No.
Uh, you have anything to plug or anything, man?
My trip to SummerSlam is going to be lit. I'm going to cry when I get on the plane. I'm going to cry.
You're gonna cry.
Yeah.
Listen,
I'm
I
crying.
almost I almost cried when WrestleMania started. So, like when the intro was going and I was just standing there with everyone getting so hyped, I thought I was gonna cry. I was like, oh my god,
How many
dude,
live
this is
shows have you been to?
fucking yeah. Live WWE
Yeah.
shows. Let's see. I went to New Year's Revolution 2007, my first ever show.
Oh, snap.
Money in the Bank 2010. Um, oh, I went to a house show before then,
Mm.
in like 2007, that same year. Then I went to SmackDown, sat front row.
Swag.
Went to another SmackDown. That was the SmackDown right after the Raw 1000 when CM Punk turned. So that was kind of a
Um,
big deal. And that Raw. Then I went to fuck. And then a SmackDown. Then so about 7 or 8,
when you went
if
to
you
Mania.
if you include Mania.
When you went
If
to
you
Mania.
and when I before I went to Mania, I went. I don't know. I probably went to about 6 in my life. But that weekend we went to about 3 shows. I think it was
Mm-hmm.
wrestling shows, all in this one place. And it's funny, you know that like Street Fighter convention thing or whatever they had, that Tekken thing.
Yeah.
that was the same exact place that we were at for our indie shows. So that was pretty. So that was pretty cool. Um, But yeah, and we wanted to go to more shows too. That was the thing. But like we were also with my friend's dad and like his family
Mhm.
because it was technically like their vacation too, and they wanted to go to like Universal and stuff. And we were like, no, let's just go to all this fucking indie shit. And they're like, no, you guys can go, but like we kind of want to do some other stuff too. So we couldn't go to like all the indie shows. We also want to go like Takeover and stuff, but also tickets were just too much, so
Yeah.
we just couldn't afford it. But yeah, but like that weekend we went to like three shows, indie shows, and then one Mania show. Then the Mania. We
When
didn't go to Takeover or anything.
when you went to Mania, did you just have that same feeling of like, I cannot believe I'm here right now?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Even after all of those
So
live shows you've been to?
yeah. After all those live shows I've been to, and though that weekend too, like going into the weekend, I was more excited for the indie shows because it was like I never seen these guys live.
Hmm.
Like I've never been to an indie show before. I've never seen like Ricochet live. Hell, I got to meet Ricochet,
Oh
which
my
was
gosh, that's
fucking
right. Yeah.
awesome.
Oh, that
I got
story
a
was great.
I got a picture, but like okay, and like so I was excited for that, and like after all that happened, I'm like, oh my god, and we have Mania, so like, but like, and I was more excited for that before the weekend, but go once Mania started, it was like, holy fucking hell, this is insane,
Right?
oh my god, it 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 was crazy,
That's the exact
it
feeling that I think I'm going to have at SummerSlam because I've been to like a ton of live shows too for WWE, but I've never been to anything quite like SummerSlam. And just
no yeah
knowing that Mania I have to do at some point too because that's such a big show, but just knowing the gravity of that and probably when the card happens too is going to hit me a lot harder. But like
yeah.
I'm just imagining going to that show and like just looking in awe. Like I can't not believe I'm here right now.
Yeah, like when we walked in, like we walked in during the like when we got there, it was hot as hell.
Yeah.
And later during the show, it actually like it started kind of like sprinkling a little bit, and then it was cool. And then it was actually like perfect outside weather. But um, like when we got there, it was hot as hell, and we saw the stage. We're like, oh my god, this is insane. But like the show started with the cruiserweight match, like the pre-show, and like you didn't really feel it yet. Like
Hmm.
I didn't feel that yet. And then as soon as they did the intro, the opening promo, opening package, it was like everything hit at once, and
Hmm.
it was insane. I was just freaking out. It was incredible. I couldn't hold back my freaking excitement. It was crazy.
Gosh
But yeah,
darn. Big time shows are lit, man. I can't wait.
there, there's nothing like Mania. There's nothing like it.
I freaking cannot wait for this. See, this is how I'm feeling right now.
Dude, you're gonna have fun. It's gonna be great. SummerSlam's gonna be fun. I've never been to SummerSlam, of course,
Yeah.
but it should be fun.
I've never been to freaking anything. Dude, I was trying so hard because that's how I got to go to Battleground and Backlash last year because the plans for SummerSlam fell through. But now
Hmm.
that I have every single thing and every single part ready to go, I'm like, I want to get this
Yeah,
month over with. My birthday is literally 2 weeks away from today, and I don't care. I want to go to
yeah,
SummerSlam a lot more than I really want to care about this birthday at the moment.
yeah. My birthday's 2 weeks and a day away, so let's go.
Exactly. And like, it
But
doesn't help that I have to work like 9.5 hours on my birthday too. But that's not the story I'm trying
oh,
to say.
they won't let you get your birthday off.
No, if I mean I can't help it because like the people that are in my department are going to be out anyway, so I have to do it, and I respect that. I'll do it anyway, but it sucks.
I told them I'm like, listen, I'm probably not gonna do much on my birthday, but I want my birthday off.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
See,
give me my birthday off.
it's worth it
But no, yeah,
because you got
like,
crazy hours at work too, is what I've been seeing.
yeah, it's ridiculous.
I'm sorry. I'm
But
sure you get paid though. That's the thing.
oh, of course. But like now, like I used to have Saturday and Sunday off. Now I don't. So it kind of sucks. And like I always work at like till like 11 o'clock, 12 midnight on Sundays. So like I can't watch the pay-per-views.
It's freaking wild.
Yeah.
That's freaking insane.
But one thing is like at least with you get to go to pay-per-views. I haven't been to a pay-per-view besides Mania since Money in the Bank
Hmm.
2010 because they just won't have a fucking pay-per-view here. I don't
Yeah.
know what it is. They just hate us.
No, no, I totally agree because like the one in Richmond, that was a backlash. That was completely lucky because that we haven't had a pay per view in Richmond since Armageddon 2006, which is the one I went to. And then the other one was Battleground in DC. That was really lucky because that was like right in that same kind of pocket, because Battleground was in late July and Backlash was in September. So it was kind of in the same kind of realm of summer. But they always hit up a pay-per-view or something in DC. Like they're always doing something up there. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of just lucky in that one. Backlash was super lucky. But yeah.
Yeah. Like they always go to St. Louis, which is like 3 hours away from us.
Yeah.
3 or 4 hours. But I'm not gonna drive that fucking far to see a money. Like they were there for Money in the Bank. I'm not gonna drive that far to see Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm. And freaking
Like,
SummerSlam was lucky too, because that was not even a possible realm if I didn't meet some people that also wanted to go too. So I'm flying over to Brooklyn. That's an hour-and-a-half flight. So I
yeah.
live nowhere close to that. I'm not driving that. But I'm
Yeah.
like, I will totally fly to take this. And for SummerSlam too, that's a big deal. So
Yeah, we were thinking we might drive from New Orleans, but it's like a 12-hour drive.
frick no.
So it's like, but like that could save us a lot of money compared to flying.
True.
But who knows?
I
Who
mean,
knows, man?
when you're looking at gas too, that's the thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I run through gas
It's
like
just-
crazy because of work, but like this is,
Well-
I want to say, a $200 flight.
Yeah.
So
My flight round trip was 180 because we flew Spirit and Frontier, and they're like so like they charge everything on top.
Mhm.
So like your carry-on bags, everything you have to pay on top of that.
Yeah.
like you get there, you have a carry-on bag, charge you $50.
Jeez. I mean, for this
You
one
can have
too.
you can have like a personal bag,
Yeah.
but you have a carry-on bag, you have to pay $50. And like I was like, fuck. And like if you want like drinks that they go on the aisle, you have to pay like $10 for like a
Gosh
drink.
darn.
Like it's ridiculous. Like nothing's included. Like everything's on top. Like you pay for the ticket, and then everything else you have to pay on top. But nothing's included with the ticket. 'Cause that's why the ticket was so cheap. Like one flight was $80. I'm like, oh, sick. And I'm like, shit, I should have packed fucking lighter because now I have to do this.
You gotta see all those gosh darn freaking frick. I mean, well, that's
Yeah.
also the thing too for me is like, it's a $200 flight, but I paid a little bit more to get into the upgraded seating. I'm taking a Delta flight, so it's gonna be an hour and a half. This is all round trip. It's gonna
Listen,
be like 215.
don't take United.
Yeah, that's
they,
kind of.
they in the shitter.
Yeah.
I flew United for my work in February, and it was fine, but like I was in the tightest fucking airplane to South Carolina. I have no
Gosh,
fucking
sorry.
idea why. It was like there was two aisles,
Mhm.
of course.
Yes.
But one was like a one-seater aisle and the other one was a two. And like literally I'm 5'10". Like
Yeah.
I'm not tall, but I'm not that tall. But I almost hit my head on the ceiling.
What?
Yeah,
Bruh,
it was
no.
dude. It was so tight. Like like it was like 6 foot.
Nah.
Like maybe I grew, man. I don't know. Like, but it was so tiny, and it was so claustrophobic on both flights from Chicago because we connected in Chicago. So like from Chicago there, and then from Chicago back on our flights. I felt like I was gonna throw up because I was so claustrophobic.
Oh, how long was the flight?
They're like from Chicago to Osaka. It was probably about like an hour 40.
Okay, that's still not bad. But still,
Hour 40, maybe 2 hours, which wasn't bad, but like,
gosh
it's
darn.
like, and like trying to sleep. I can't sleep in airplanes.
Yeah.
Like I can maybe take like a 10-minute nap and that's it. Like I can't sleep. Like I try to fall asleep and like there's just people next to me. I'm claustrophobic. Like
Mhm.
I try to put like my head down in front of the thing and it's like nah, it's not working. But yeah,
Gosh
it's just
darn.
yeah. Yeah. So fuck United. And also they'll drag you out of an airplane if they really need to.
I mean, yeah, you gotta get off the plane. But I mean, like,
You gotta get off the plane.
there's two different ways of like getting off the plane. That's not really one of the ways that I want to go out, especially going viral like that. I can't be out there like that.
No, you can't. That's just bad news bears.
I'm probably getting a lawsuit and I'll probably win, but nah,
You make some dough though.
that's a lot of dignity that's being cost right there. I don't know if you can pay that back.
Anyways, I don't know if there's anything else.
That's it for our travel blog. Be sure to hear us next time when we're probably talking about SummerSlam next, actually, right?
Yeah, I guess the next one's SummerSlam, eh?
That would be our last one.
That'd be the one before SummerSlam. But Battleground, it should be whatever show.
We talked about it briefly, and they already have like the big matches kind of planned out anyway. So
Yeah, everything's already planned out. All right. Thank you all for watching. I hope everyone did all enjoy. We'll see you guys for SummerSlam. Peace out.